Hey everyone, welcome to the Juniper Links accounting channel. My name is Caroline and today we're going to go through how to register as self-employed with HMRC. So I'll go through some of the steps you need to take as well as how to actually register for self-assessment. So without further delay, let's get started with the video. How do we register as self-employed? So this is to do with personal tax returns and self-assessments. Now, what is a self-employed person, or what does it mean to be self-employed? So it's a person who runs their own business, not through a limited company, and this can entail selling goods or services regularly for profit. So let's say you're buying and selling products and you're just doing it as your own thing and there's no like company structure, whatever, then you would be considered self-employed. When you start working for yourself, you will become a sole trader. When do you tell HMRC that you've become self-employed? So when you earn more than £1,000 from self-employment between the 6th of April of a tax year and the 5th of April of the following year, so this could be 2019 to 2020, that's the tax year. So from the 6th of April 2019 to the 5th of April 2020, you made more than £1,000 from self-employment, then you would basically need to tell HMRC that you've earned this income. So you would normally register as soon as you start trading because it's the easiest way, especially if you know that you're going to need to submit a return. You can get everything sorted well before anything is due and get all your stuff done in time. But the actual deadline for registering is by the 5th of October in the business's second tax year. So let's say you start in 1920, you need to register by the 5th of October 2020 for the 2019-20 tax year. This is because this 2019-20 tax year here is going to be due by 31st of January 2021. So 5th of October to the 31st of January. They've obviously done this on purpose in case you need to submit a paper return because those are due by the 31st of October. But a normal electronic return online is due by the 31st of January. So you've got a little bit of extra time there, but that's October, November, December, and also January. So you've got 4 months basically before the actual deadline and before you need to make payment. So in order to avoid anything being late, definitely do it by the 5th of October at the latest. HMRC says that they may also charge you a fine if you don't register by the 5th of October. But I would recommend as soon as you start trading and you know you're going to be over £1,000 self-employment income and you know you're going to have to do a tax return, just register because there's no point in waiting. You're just going to delay it and then you might forget and then it's too late and you get unnecessary penalties for late filing. How do you register as self-employed? So first things first is make sure you have a national insurance number. Most people will already have a national insurance number, but if you do not, then you can call the National Insurance Number Application Line. And this is the number specifically for England and Wales. There is also a specific Welsh phone number and also a Northern Ireland number. So if you are in any of those places, then you'll need to contact those help centres directly. The second step is to register for self-assessment online. This is the easiest way to do it. And this particular link here, this form CWF1ST, this particular one is if you have already registered to file self-assessments online before. It's going to reactivate your UTR number basically, because you only have one UTR number for your entire lifetime. It never changes. So anytime you had a UTR number previously, but you stopped being self-employed or you stopped submitting self-assessments and then later needed to submit self-assessments again, then you reactivate your UTR using this particular link here. What if you have lost your UTR number? So this happens quite a lot and it's nothing to panic about. The easiest way is just to call HMRC and ask for your UTR number. And they'll be able to give it to you after some security questions just to make sure that it is actually you that's calling. If you have an online personal tax account, like an old one, and that's where you used to file your self-assessment tax returns, then your UTR number will be in there. So if you've got that, that is actually the easiest way to get your UTR number. Another way is if you have old mail from HMRC relating to self-assessment, then the letters will include your UTR number as well. And it's normally next to a little reference thing like that, and it is 10 digits long, so that's going to be your UTR number. Now, what if you don't actually have a UTR? So in this case, you'd register online for self-assessment in a slightly different way. So they've created this new version here where you can actually set up your online tax account at the same time as registering for a UTR number. This is basically the link you can go to and set up everything from scratch. So this is the newest way to do this. What if you're already registered for self-assessment and you've only ever submitted paper tax returns and now you want to do it online? So the easiest way to do this is to just create an account, and you can follow this link, but anywhere if you just search for HMRC sign in or register for HMRC services, something like that, and you will find this link. And basically what will happen is you can add the self-assessment service to your account. HMRC will then send you an activation code by post within 10 working days, which you can then log into your account and enter that in, and then you can start filing your self-assessments online. Now there are other ways to register. So HMRC has a paper form you can complete in your browser, and then you can print it off and send it to them directly by post. So you can find this paper form by going to this link here where it says log in, file self-assessment tax return / register if you're self-employed. It's a bit of a long one, but basically just type in self-assessment registration HMRC and this page will likely show up in one of the first search results. Then you just need to find the section at the very bottom of that whole page called Other Ways to Register, which I've titled this section on purpose like that. Then click the link, fill this form on screen. So it'll say it in this exact words on the website. If it doesn't, it'll be something similar. But basically you click on that and it's going to be a copy of that CFW form that I showed you earlier, where you can fill it all out in your browser with your details to register and then print it off and send it to HMRC. The actual postal address will be at the very end of the form, so don't worry about that. Now, some things to look out for. If you are in the construction industry, you may want to register for CIS. You don't have to, but it could mean that your actual deductions from CIS are lower. So for example, you can register for the gross payment status if your income is over £30,000 in the construction industry and you can prove it. If your business turnover is more than £85,000 in a 12-month period, you'll also need to register for VAT. Self-employed fishermen must notify HMRC within 3 months when you first start fishing. So the deadline to actually register for self-assessment is much shorter, and it used to be that way for all self-assessment registrations. So as soon as you start working for yourself, HMRC tells you to register within 3 months of when you start trading, but they have changed it to the following year in October just because there's actually no need to register so soon. But the fishermen, if you are a self-employed fisherman, you'll still need to notify them within 3 months of trading. So that's basically how to register as self-employed with HMRC. If you've got any questions, then feel free to put them in the comment section below and we'll try to help you out as much as we can. Thanks so much for watching to the end of the video. If you did like it, then hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to see more content like this, then do consider subscribing to our channel, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.